Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, I have brought some books in this video which are very helpful, especially for the English learners who want to improve themselves in this language. Friends, this is my personal experience and I will definitely talk about these books, but in the later part of my video. We all know the importance of reading a book. Reading a book is a very good habit that one needs to develop in life. Books can guide you, they will inspire you, and they will always keep you on the right track. I have felt it in my life that there is no better companion than a good book. If you don't feel like reading a book, if you are not in good mood, you are feeling depressed, just try to read for a few minutes. This will definitely help you a lot. So when you are reading any book, you have to your attention must be there, because if you are not understanding anything, so you cannot read further. So there is so much responsibilities on us, like you have to understand. If you want to read further, you have to understand, okay, because the writer works very hard to write a book. So as a readers, we also work very hard to understand the point of view of the writer, like what he is trying to say in the book. So you are it's like a muscle exercise of your brain, okay. And it also, I mean, reduces our stress, our anxiety, because once you start reading books, like you are in a new world. Reading helps you develop positive thinking. Reading is also important because it develops your mind and gives you access of knowledge. Friends, first book that I will definitely recommend, this one by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former president of India, Wings of Fire. Yes, this is the book that everyone should read. Friends, this book talks about the journey of a boy from Rameswaram to become a great scientist. This book also talks about how, I mean, patience, hard work lead to success. When he was very young, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he wanted to join Indian Air Force, but he was not able to clear the interview. Apart from being demotivated, he focused more on his study, and then he was able to join Aeronautical Development Establishment, and then he went to NASA for space program, and then he moved to Indian Space Research. So basically this book talks about, I mean, how relatives, parents, friends contribute to the success of a individual. If you read this book, you would feel boring, monotonous, because this book gives you minute details of every project. All his projects were not very successful. He had to face, I mean, some setbacks, some challenges in his life. But again, I would say that if you read any book, you don't learn everything, but there will be some words, some lines that will hit your mind, and that's the purpose of reading, I mean, any book. So at least you have to try this book. Another book that I will recommend, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. 65 million copies of this book have already been sold. Yes, and the author has already admitted that this is, of course, this is a novel, but this is more like a self-help book. We all have dreams. We want to achieve something in our life, so you must start your journey. So this book talks about that actually. And मुझे इस बुक से एक कोट याद आ रहा है कि लेट मी डाई, ध्यान प्लीज, प्लीज लिसन केयरफुली, लेट मी डाई वंस और आई विल डाई ट्वाइस। थोड़ा सा उटपटांग सा है, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड मीनिंग है इसका, कि मुझे एक बार मरने दो, नहीं तो मैं 2 बार मरूंगा। सो व्हाट डज इट मीन? इसके कुछ न कुछ प्रोफाउंड मीनिंग है। जस्ट ट्राई टू थिंक अबाउट दिस वन। लेट मी डाई वंस और आई विल डाई ट्वाइस। It means कि we all have dreams, we want to achieve something in our life, but if you get stuck, if you don't start your journey, तो कहीं ना कहीं आपके अंदर जो ख्वाब होता है कुछ करने का, और उस चीज़ को हम लोग अचीव नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो वो फर्स्ट टाइम वो किसी का डेथ होता है। हालांकि वो फिजिकल नहीं है, फिजिकली तो वी आर ऑल गोइंग टू डाई वन डे, और सेकेंड टाइम तो डेथ होता ही है। तो इससे अच्छा है एक बार मरना। एक बार मरना मतलब कि जिस चीज़ को मैंने सोचा और उसे मैंने अचीव कर लिया। तो इस कोट का यही अर्थ है कि लेट मी डाई वंस और आई विल डाई ट्वाइस। नाउ इफ आई टॉक अबाउट दिस बुक एक्चुअली इज ऑल अबाउट अ बॉय, अ स्पेनिश शेफर्ड. He had a recurring dream like whenever he sleeps under a sycamore tree, he hears a voice. He must go to Egypt to find a treasure there. So he had to sail his ship and he starts journey from there. He takes a big decision and he reaches Tangier, but all his money is stolen there, and he starts regretting like he must move back to Spain. But again, he remembers everything. He listens to his heart, and then he starts living with a merchant. And he has to live there for a long time. But he earns a lot of money, and he again resumes his journey. He starts his journey again. So I will not talk about, all everything that happens on his journey, all the events. But ultimately, he reaches Egypt, the Egyptian pyramid to find his treasure. He starts digging there, but he does not find anything. And he is beaten there, he is robbed. Robbers rob him. But one of them tells him that he has also a dream that in his dream he sees that the treasure is in Spain, just beside the abandoned church, and he understands everything, and he moves back to Spain, the same place where he had dreamed, and he finds the treasure there. So just like this young man, we also fall so many times on our journey, but we must get get up every time. Okay. Next book that I would recommend, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I cannot show you the physical book because I have lost somewhere this book in my house, so I don't have the physical book. Friends, this is a timeless story of a Cuban fisherman's epic battle with Merlin, a big fish, and how he managed to kill it. So he's an old man and he has gone 84 days without catching any fish. So his young apprentice leaves him. He's not totally alone, but he is determined to catch a fish. So he sets out in his skiff to the sea, where he catches a big fish. He has never seen such a big fish in his life, and he starts fighting with it for 3 days and night. When he was fighting there, he starts thinking about his life, about his struggle, about his old age, and even he tries to talk to the fish. So basically, ultimately, he has managed to kill it. And when he was returning from the sea, sharks also attack the Merlin, and the shark. The sharks have eaten everything, and ultimately he reaches to the seashore without catching anything. But he holds his head high because he has done something amazing in his life. Of course, nobody was watching anything. He returns home empty handed without catching anything, but he is very proud of what he has done there. So, Old Man and the Sea is a tale of resilience, human spirit, and enduring battle against nature. In this video, that's all for today. Thanks.